Welcome back to the Secondhand Club. My name is Gregory, and in today's video we are finally reviewing what I think is the best chronograph in the industry. Let's get into it. I really could not miss this opportunity to talk about and review the Journe Centigraphe Linesport with a yellow dial when a friend of mine decided to lend me his timepiece. So thank you so much for the opportunity. If you like watches, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think about Journe. Let me know what you think about this timepiece. And without further ado, let's get into the review of the Journe Linesport yellow dial. The Centigraphe with the yellow dial was introduced in 2018 by Journe. The entire watch is made of titanium, the bezel is made of ceramic, and the movement is made of aluminum to match the lightness of the timepiece. What's really special about this version is that it's a rubber insert version which has been discontinued in 2020, so it's a timepiece that is very rare to come across now. The Centigraphe won the Aiguille d'Or, the Golden Hand, in 2008. In my opinion, this is clearly the best and most precise chronograph that you can find in the industry. As the name of the timepiece stands, it's able to record speeds up to 100ths of a second. You can see here the Centigraphe in action. You basically have three subdials. At 3 p.m. you have a 20-second counter, 6 p.m. you have a 10-minute counter, and at 9 p.m. you have the hundredths of a second, which basically is a foudroyant second, making a full revolution in 1 second. So it's quite impressive to the eye, and it's a beautiful mechanical achievement from Journe. Another thing that I really like about this watch is the fact it's coming on a bright yellow dial. So the dial is basically a yellow lacquered dial, and the subdials are basically sapphire dials, allowing you to see through the mechanism. Having a look on the side of the case, you can see that the watch is not that thick at all. It's 10.9 millimeter thick, and you can see what I really like about the rubber insert version is that it protects the watch from any possible scratches. So the rubber on the crown, the rubber on the pushers from the chronograph, and on the sides of the bracelets allow a better protection of your timepiece. When you turn the watch around, you can see the beautifully finished aluminum movement in-house from Journe. Journe is normally known for having movement made out of gold or usually in brass up to 2004, but when Journe launched the Linesport, they decided to make really light watches, and therefore gold movements or brass movements would have increased the weight of the timepiece, making it not really fulfill the full purpose of a Linesport and a sports watch. Another benefit of the rubber inserts is that it gives a really good contrast on the bracelet between the lines of the rubber and the lighter shade of titanium. Another great design aspect from the Centigraphe is the fact that it looks like a monopusher. To activate and stop the Centigraphe, you press the upper side of the pusher, and to reset it, you press the lower side. When you look back on the dial, you can see that the numerals are actually applied on the dial and are superluminova treated like all hour markers and the hands. On the wrist, the watch is absolutely stunning. It's a 44 millimeter, but really don't be afraid if you have a smaller wrist. The trick on this timepiece is that there is literally no lugs, and the bracelet is fully integrated, making it more wearable than a Royal Oak. And it's true, when it comes to shopping for a new watch, a lot of people look into the diameter of the watch and just stick to that. Oh, I cannot wear more than a 40 millimeter, or oh no, I don't like watches over 42 millimeters. But it's not really what matters. What really matters is really the design of the case and the size of the lugs. You can have a 36 or 38 millimeter case size with really large lugs, and that would make the watch not fit on your wrist at all. This one here is a 44 millimeter, but really wears like a 39 or 40 millimeter Rolex. If you don't have the Centigraphe running non-stop, the watch has a power reserve of approximately 80 hours. But if you like me and you like the Centigraphe running and seeing the second going with 1 second revolution, the power reserve will decrease to approximately 24 hours, which I don't mind. I give love to my watches. I like winding them, so I really don't mind at all. Now, the reason why I think also this is a better chronograph than Rolex Daytona, for example, is in multiple factors. For me, a chronograph is an instrument to measure time precisely. And how can you be more precise than 100ths of a second? That's number one. Second, Rolex Daytonas, I'm sorry, but being in the industry, I see them in every corner of each street. Everybody is wearing them, whether it's real or fake, I don't know, but I see them everywhere. This FP Journe, probably approximately more or less 100 are made in this combination, so the chances of you running into someone having it are close to 0. And 3, it really tells me that you have a passion for horology and an understanding for complex pieces. I mean, come on, don't tell me that this yellow piece doesn't look stunning. If you like this kind of videos, please make sure to comment, like, and especially subscribe. We drop videos talking about watches every week. Have a great day and see you in the next one.